Hey everybody, welcome back to Off the Hook Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host. Good morning. It is Saturday morning here and I am heading down to Ohio. I'm going to go down, pull my camera cards. We're going to go do some work on Bob's because his shoulder is still a little bit sore from his surgery. So I'm going to go help him dump some stuff out, pull some cameras as well. And I'm going to dump out some like minerals and some feed down in Ohio. And hopefully check the cameras and get something decent on there. So I'll show you a little bit what I'm going to be doing, and I'm probably going to mess with my stand a little bit too, like maybe put some branches and stuff around it to try to block it in from my silhouette behind me. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so we're almost in Ohio. Today is a round trip. I am going to Ohio today. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going down to dump some stuff out and pull some camera cards down here in Ohio. And then after that, I am going to my camp in PA. My dad's down there now. He's watering food plots and stuff. And I'm going to go down and see how the food plots are taken. Vince was down there last week and said that it was starting to pop, that they were starting to grow. But we do need water, guys. We don't have any water, any rain in the forecast coming up here. So my dad's going to be down there watering his food plot the best he can. We have a 25-gallon pump sprayer that he's going to be going up and making multiple trips up to the food plot to water it. So that's the plan for today, so stick around and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I made it to my stand here in Ohio, and I am going to go down and I'm going to cut some stuff out that I need to cut out of my stand, and I'm also going to be putting up these branches that I got from High Point Products. It's the 3D camouflage, so I am going to put that in. And then I'm going to make a mock scrape, and I'm going to put a camera on my mock scrape over here, and then I'm going to pull my cameras with my where my feed is, and I'm going to dump some more before I leave, but I'm going to do that last. I'm going to prepare my stand now and cut out a few things, and then we are going to go over and help Bob do his thing. So, all right, stay tuned. All right, guys, so there is my stand right there, and I think I have a location that I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to use this right here, but it's all natural. It's got the vine, the big vine, but coming off of this vine is this vine right here. I don't want to touch it, but see this little vine right here? So I am not going to have to tie anything in because it comes off here and it hangs right here and it's flat. So I'm going to make my scrape right here, and then I will put a camera on one of those trees looking at this scrape here. So all right guys, give me a second. I'm gonna do this all up, and it's right outside of this real thick stuff in here where they're gonna be bedding at. So that's what I'm gonna get to right now, and I'll show you the results. We'll be back. All right guys, so I tied it up to that vine, and look at that water dripping out of that. So I'm gonna put it right here. We're going to leave it right there, and we're going to tie it. Well, we tied it, and we were about 25 yards away from my stand right out in front. So I'm going to make a scrape right under this vine right here. All right, we'll be back. All right, guys, so I got the scrape ready right there. Scrape medi. I got the scrape ready, and I got the dabs. I got the Mystic Preorbital, and I got the Misfortune that I'm going to put in this scrape. I'm going to spray that vine up with the Mystic, and I'm going to put a camera probably right on one of these trees right here to keep an eye on that. So
So what I do is, let me show you the dabs here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this dabs up. Right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the dabs in this hole right there. I'm going to fill that up. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle a couple on here, just like that. So we got the dabs in the hole. And put the cap on. I'm doing this with one hand with the camera in my hand here. Okay, so we got that. Then we're gonna take the Misfortune and I'm gonna just squirt. This is a half a bottle, so the whole half bottle is gonna go in here. I'm just gonna spread it around here, everywhere. And like I said, I like to use about a half a bottle. And I did wet the scrape with my water bottle so it holds the scent a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Off the Hook spray bottle and I am going to spray this down with this atomizer. You can see how it atomizes in the air here and which way it's blowing. So this wind is a predominant west wind, which blows up this way. My stand's over here, so the wind and the air, it's not going to hit me. My scent won't travel to this scrape. So I'm just gonna, I put about a quarter of a bottle in here, and I'm gonna use the whole thing in here. Here we go. And that is it, guys. And that's it. All right, so that is done. And then what I do is I'm gonna take my stick. I don't have my rake here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cover up these beads with the dirt. Just like so. All right, and that scrape is ready to go. All right, guys, I don't wanna stay over on this scrape too long. I'm gonna get over to my stand and start fixing that up. So, all ready to go here in Ohio. So straight across right there, right through them two trees is my scrape. And then what I did, guys, was I clamped these branches on this side because that'll keep me from my shot right there. That'll help block it. And then I got some right here on the side, the right side of me, just to break up my outline a little bit there as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some branches behind me that I'm going to cut off and I'm going to pull up behind me to try to break me up a bit here. So that's what we're doing. All right, and then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna go grab my my food. I'm gonna dump it down there. I'm gonna turn all the cameras on. I'm gonna set the camera up on that scrape. I'm gonna turn the camera on down here, and we're gonna walk out this way, the back way, and I am going to cut out my path up to the logging road. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, so there's the branches and everything in the tree. I made sort of like a little nest. I got branches above it as well, so that's looking good. I'm gonna go grab my my food. I'm gonna go dump that out and set the cameras. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys. Well, we just got back. I grabbed the food. You can see right there, guys, the trophy rocks are here. They last a long time. I keep them here all season. And well into, all year long. I keep spring, summer, fall, winter. Every time I come out, I will get a new trophy rock and I'll put it in its place. For hunting season, it isn't really too critical, but I've seen deer come during a rut and lick on these rocks just because they like it so much. So it's not a bad thing if you're able to bait and things like that, or just you want to get your deer healthy. Make sure you go and check out my link at Redmond Trophy Rock or Redmond Hunting. But make sure you check your game laws to see when you can put these in and when you have to take them out as well. But somewhere like Ohio, I can keep in year round. But PA, I believe you have to be out like 30 days before the season. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna dump the food and set the cameras, and then I'm gonna cut a trail on out of here. We'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, well, you can see my camera right there. on, where's the tree at? Right there. Right there is the tree. My camera's on there. My scope is right here. And I have another camera right there. Right there. All right, guys, my stand's all ready to go. I am going to go out and pull my camera from the other stand. And then I'm going to cut a path out of here. And we're going to get back. I'll call Bob to come get me. So, all right, guys, this is all set up. Feel real good about this spot. So we'll see what happens this year. We'll be back. All right, guys, so my tree stand is right here. It's right up there. You can see that branch going across right there. My stand is just above that, so I can see over it to shoot down there. This is my vine right here. See the vine tied up there. And then my camera is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mock scrape here as well with the Jinx Some Sense and take the card out of that camera and then get out of here. All right, guys, we'll be back.
Alright, guys, so we're done here. Bob made some smash burgers. Went back and looked at the cameras, the camera cards, the pictures. I have a nice 9-point, a double brow tine. The left side's a double brow tine 9-point and a decent 8-point. And that's on my top stand. But down below where I dump my food and everything, I only had some little ones and some dough. So I put my scrape down below and up top, and I got the cameras on it. The one camera down below, though, is a new company. I don't want to say the company or nothing, but I really don't like the pictures because of the hold on one second, I forgot to put my seatbelt on. All right, I'm back and I'm safe. I forgot to put my seatbelt on, guys. I was talking to you guys and I forgot. So the camera, like I said, I don't want to mention the name of the company. It's a different company. It ain't my normal View Peak or my Cam Park cameras. I don't really like the pictures. I mean, the pictures are okay, but it says unread files. It's corrupt files. Through the whole card, there's a lot of them that say that the files are corrupt. And I can't have that, especially in Ohio. I got to have a reliable camera. Now, the camera is still up. I did dump out, but the next time I come down, I'm going to bring another camera to put down there. And then on my scrape, I did put the Wildlife Game Cam, Wild Game Innovations camera on that, which I know that I can trust those cameras. So that's where we're at with that. I have a really nice camera up top as well. That is a View Peak, and it takes some really nice pictures. That's going to be the pictures that you see now, the two videos. You're going to see the 8-point and you're going to see the 9-point. So I'll put that in here right after I'm done. But now I am heading down to my camp in PA. So from PA to Ohio, from Ohio to PA, I'm heading down there. My dad is watering the food plots. Guys, to be honest with you, we need rain bad. And I'm kind of disappointed and a little nervous because I planted my seed blend from Jinx Some Seed, and I'm hoping that it grows and makes it. My buddy was down there last week, said it was starting to grow, but those little tender shoots, when they grow, they can survive with the morning dew, but when they're out in the field baking in the sun all day, it's very tough on them. So I don't know if it's going to make it or not. I'm hoping it does. My dad is up there watering his food plot where I planted, so I'm hoping that we could save it so you guys can see it, because it's going to be on sale next year. Now, it's a great blend. It's just a matter of a lot of seed isn't drought proof, so I just want to throw that out there. It's hard. If you don't have water, it won't grow. So I'm hoping that when I go down there, I can show you what it's like anyway when we get down there, and I'm hoping for the best for this season, for the growing season. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, drive down to Uniontown, and I will, you'll see me whenever we get there. Stay tuned.
All right, guys, so we got down Uniontown. You can see it's taking, but it needs rain bad, guys. So you can see how it's all green, starting to come up. And you can see all of it throughout this whole thing. It's starting to grow, but we do need rain. My dad actually is watering his plot, so we're going to take a walk up there. He's going to water the clover plot now. It's just only 25-gallon tanks, but he's driving up and just pump spraying it out to get some water on there. But yeah, you can see it's green in like a few spots, and then the other spots it's just real sporadic, but you can see it's coming up. It wants to come up. We just got to get rain, guys. Got to get rain. So all right, we'll be back. I'll show you a little more up there. All right, we'll be back. Here I'm showing you all the stuff that's coming up, and you can see it just needs the rain. So there's some kale there, turnips, radishes, but we need it to rain. And there's all the green there, so it's getting moisture here for some reason. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, so this is the other field. There's some stuff coming up, you can see it, but man, you can see how the sun just bakes this field. And there's a little bit of stuff coming up, but we definitely need to spray it with water for sure. So not looking too great. Some stuff's growing, but not a lot. So we got to get it watered, you guys. But you know, you can do so much with a tractor with 25 gallons of water, so hopefully it rains. All right, we'll be back. We're gonna go up to my dad's plot. All right, guys, walking up to my dad's field, there was a doe right here. Fawn. Just hopped up and went over there. So, the deer are here. We just need to get him some food. So, see if I can get her on camera for you guys. Sneak up here like a hunter. All right, guys, we didn't see the deer as she ran down towards the main field, but you could see the stuff coming out. My dad, you'll see it's wet over there, so he sprayed this, but it's getting dry again. So like I said, it's we need rain bad, but I gotta give it to the clover though. The clover did pop, and there's a lot of little stuff growing in here. You can see all the green right here, how it's all grown. There's a lot of rock in here too, but yeah, you can see it's all getting green, slowly getting green. So, and there's all the water, and there's the pear tree. So it's there. It's just we need the water to get it together, guys. So pray for rain for sure. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so right here we have a scrape dripper. We have the vine right here. I'm gonna do the scrape right there with the vine. You can see it's all tied up. And then there's my camera right there. So I'm gonna put this new camera on it. We're gonna see what happens. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. All right, so the pump sprayer's on, and we are just doing sections at a time. My dad did about 5 of them over there. But it's coming up, but it's just very, 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 we need a good rain for sure to jump start it. So, but it ain't the seed. It ain't to drink some seed. It's just the drought that we're having. But even though we have the drought, I'm really surprised at all the green that is popping up. So once it rains, we should be good. As long as it can last through this, you can see it's getting green right there. That's the dwarf Essex rape and radishes coming up. But it is bone dry, man. I did a scrape over there with Drink Some Sense by my dad's stand, and I scraped up with my foot, and it looked like a baseball field. So, all right, guys, well, we're gonna hope for the best, but I wanted to give you this little update in the video. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. right, guys, well, my dad is creating rain. He's doing this food plot up here, so that's going to help. It's supposed to rain, my dad said, like Friday, so that's like 5 days from now, or 6 days, whatever. So every little bit helps. Like I said, my Jinxum blend, my Off the Hook blend, is an awesome blend, but you need rain to grow it, guys. So we're trying our best to get it growing here because of the drought. We ain't had rain in a long time, but he is over there with the tractor trying to get some moisture on that, and every little bit helps, as long as we can maybe let it, like, make it last until the rain comes, you know what I mean? So that is what it is, but my Off the Hook blend is in drought mode. So, but I do got to give it some props because it did pop up. Without the rain we had, with the dew and stuff like that, it did pop up. So now we're just trying to wet it to try to keep it going, at least let it live. And he can't get to everything, you know what I mean? So there's going to be some food plots here that are failing, but hopefully if we get the rain, it'll bounce back. Now, if those other food plots do seem to fail, but I don't know if it'll fail completely. If we get a little bit of rain, we'll be okay. But if it does, we can always go get rye grain. Don't ever get ryegrass for your food plots, guys. Everybody seems to think that just because it's green, it'll work. But ryegrass is the worst thing for your food plots. You want rye grain. So we may be getting some rye grain. It's cheap. I think it's like 25 bucks a bag for like 40 pounds of it. And we could throw that in for this year to get by and have something green in the other plots. And we can do that. We can plant that all the way up to the end of September into October, depending how warm it is. So we may do that. But I want to get my dad's food plot because we got a really nice 10-point up there. And I'm hoping that we can get this food plot going because it will attract the bucks for sure. The deer, total. You know, all the deer, it'll attract them. But yeah, it is bone dry. So, but that is the video for today, guys. I went from PA to Ohio, back to PA. Now I'm going home and gonna relax and hang out with the kids for a while. I actually didn't see them all week because I was working 3 to 11:30. So we're gonna go home, hang out with the kids the rest of the night. Probably do some editing on some videos later on when the kids go to bed. Get something to eat and stuff like that. So I wanted to thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to this far of the video, I wanted to thank you. Please hit that like button and share us out. I would like to get to about 5,000 subscribers by the end of hunting season. That's my goal. So if you know anybody that it's not subscribed, please share and let them know to hit it up. We have something for everybody on the channel, guys. We do fishing, hunting, family vlogs, giveaways, and things like that. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap the video up. And like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see ya.